Hey guys, we just wanted to bring light to today's sponsor, City Limits Cannabis. City Limits is a veteran-owned and operated hydroponic grow house right here in southern Oklahoma. Their products are grown with the finest of nutrients, providing their customers with top-notch medicinal-grade cannabis. Their strains can be located in a number of dispensaries across Oklahoma. You won't regret trying their bud. If it's not in your local area, reach out. Let us know. This stuff is too good to not be within your reach.
Sometimes I think he doesn't give a darn about me. He's all I can think of. You know what I'm doing now? I'm using you to see if I can make him jealous. That's the marriage thing.
Okay, hey guys, it's Chance Myers, and I'm here with Jet like the plane, and we are Riffs and Spliffs, where sometimes we riff and sometimes we spliff, but we all do some entertainment in between, so you don't have to worry about us having to ramble on. Jet, go ahead.
Thanks, Chance. I appreciate that intro.
I just thought of it real quick. Sometimes we riff, sometimes we spliff.
Oh my goodness, and I mean,
I'm a genius.
You're absolutely spot on. We do riff and spliff.
I'm going to be a car salesman.
Yeah, wow. Well, here on Riffs and Spliffs today, we are going to go over Killers of the Flower Moon. It is a new movie. It came out just this last week, October 20th, 2023. It has a runtime of 206 minutes.
Yeah, 3 hours and 46 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 hours and 26 minutes for
Forever
the
long.
uninitiated.
It's a crazy long movie.
It was alright. I think it could have been longer, but you know, that's just me.
With a budget of 200 million, and
Wow.
I mean, they had some great reviews as far as like Rotten Tomatoes was a 92%, and I believe it was a 8.2 in the IMDb. Yes,
That is crazy.
which is
Did you I love any Martin Scorsese movie. It's just, honestly, it's not a shocker. Robert De Niro was good in it, and Martin Scorsese was good in it. I know that's like, it just goes naturally, but it's a great movie. Oh
well,
my
for
God.
the people that haven't seen it, let's watch the trailer, or haven't even heard about it. We'll watch the trailer. That way they can get an idea of what's
All right,
going on.
let's watch the trailer.
All right. Oh, I did not fucking technical difficulty. Give me a
Anyways, so.
that second monitor.
Oh yeah, I hate second monitors. They always get on my nerves. It's like one or the other, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's try this again.
Okay, let's do that. That's even easier.
Whose land is this?
Whose audio is this? What is going on here?
It happens, man, with all these chords, you know.
There we go. Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy on my soul.
Oh Lord, Steam streaming. No. Let's try that. Jeez Louise. All right, let's get back into it.
All right.
I'm sorry about the
I
technical.
love this trailer. I actually looked it up this morning.
All right.
All right, show it.
Let's start on.
Whose land is this?
My land. Well, our war hero has arrived. You made a good choice coming back here. Osage are the finest, wealthiest, and most beautiful people on God's earth. They outsmarted everybody. They have the say. Who gets the oil? Son, I got a question. You like women?
That's my weakness.
Well, we mix these families together, and that estate money flows the right direction. It'll come to us.
Shomikasi. That's how you are.
I don't know what she said, but it must have been Indian for handsome devil.
Why did you come here?
I work for my uncle.
You scared of him?
Oh, he's the nicest man in the world.
The Osage, their time is over. We got to take back control of our home. I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
We have so many deaths we've lost count.
It's just bad luck.
Seems more like an epidemic than bad luck to me.
Osage is dying by the enemy. Do not let them die alone.
Evil surrounds my heart.
You gotta pick a side.
I don't even know if you love me anymore.
Of course I love you.
And kill these men who killed my family.
Did your wife say who she was most afraid of? Don't do something you're gonna regret for the rest of your life.
I ain't got nothing but regret.
Now, I mean, seeing
Oh my god, that was a good trailer.
Yeah, sing that again.
Play the other trailer. I'm sorry, never mind.
You sure you want to play it?
Yeah, play it, please. Because I just love the trailers.
Had oil on it.
This is a good trailer. I like this one a lot.
You know, you got
Not bad.
nice
I don't know.
color skin. What color would you say that is?
My color.
The Osage. They have the worst land possible. But they outsmarted everybody. The land had oil on it. Black gold. Money flows freely here now.
I do love that money, sir.
This part right here.
This wealth should come to us.
Alright then, shit.
Their time is over. It's just gonna be another tragedy.
When this money started coming, we should have known it came with something else. They're like buzzards circling our people. We're still warriors.
I ought to kill these white men who killed my family. I need you here.
I am right here.
You've got to take back control of your home.
I was sent down from Washington, D.C. to see about these murders.
See, what about them?
We'll see who's doing it.
Expecting a miracle to make all this go away. You know they don't happen anymore.
Can we just take a second to appreciate the art of a trailer ending? It makes it look so good. God, that's whoever made that.
Did an amazing.
Whoever
job,
did the
bro.
score, that like the mix of like the 808 music with the fucking Native American. Oh my God, that was
That
so
was
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Song is Stadium Pow Wow by featuring Black Bear.
Oh, I love Black Bear. Damn.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a good ass song. Yeah, and I
so-
heard that in theaters, and I was just like, like.
I mean, it was a good movie, man. I mean,
I will say this: the trailers do not make Leonardo DiCaprio seem like he is in the movie.
no, it don't.
Yeah, he's very.
He's very Sling Blade.
Yeah, he is like Sling Blade. That's actually a pretty good comparison. He's definitely not a clever guy, which I guess props to a guy like a A-lister like Leonardo DiCaprio, who is not afraid of playing somebody who's kind of a dummy. You know? Like, it was weird almost. It's like
Gooberelli.
Yeah, it's like you should probably be more of a braver guy and not a coward, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, Love the movie.
It wasn't bad.
But
Wasn't
the
bad at all.
trailer was good.
Super. The only thing I got to say is that you could have got your point across way fucking quicker.
You can do that, yeah.
You don't have to be ashamed. You can make it like fucking 2 hours, and I still would have known exactly what happened.
Here, look. But I actually, 'cause this morning I looked up all of Martin Scorsese's movies. And all of them are like that long. Like, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, when you put it in perspective like that, obviously, Scorsese does long films.
Yeah, like, I guess, but exactly. It was really long, though. I don't know if I probably will watch it again, but...
It's definitely going to be one of those, like, I'll watch after, like, when it comes out, and I can, like, stop it 3 times.
Yeah, that is nice.
Because it's just crazy long.
It is. I enjoyed it though. Anyway, so let's get into it.
All right.
This is Killers of the Flower Moon, Martin Scorsese's newest film, starring Leonardo DiCaprio as Ernest Burkhart, Lily Gladstone as Molly Burkhart, and Robert De Niro as William Hell, King of the Osage Hills. Also, he was Tom White. What was his name? Jesse Plemons. I really like him. He reminds me of a young Philip Seymour Hoffman, you know?
Oh, really?
But yeah, he really does.
Okay.
Like, just go look up all of his movies one day if you ever get bored.
Which one?
All of them.
What? Philip Seymour? Or?
No, Jesse Plemons.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I'm a jerk.
I've been teetering and wanting to see that one with him and the other Olsen. What's it? Elizabeth Olsen?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything about that where like they're like a cheating couple or something and it's an Apple movie?
I don't think so.
We'll have to get into it.
That's crazy. I don't have Apple and I want Apple so bad.
It's so hard to like make that purchase, you know what I mean?
I know, God, I'm gonna pirate. Anyway, after being relocated from their ancestral homelands to a reservation in Oklahoma, the Osage purchased the land. That means they get all minerals, anything on their land that's grown or whatever, and they expected the USA, I guess, who they made the purchase from. I don't know. But yeah, they expected nothing of the land that they gave them, so they let them buy it for pretty cheap. And soon after that, oil struck. And oil did not just strike. It was like water.
Booming. And they were doing this weird dance. So like what it says here is how the movie starts is Osage elders somberly bury Lord have mercy. Ceremonial pipe mourning the assimilation of their descendants into the white American society. Wandering through their Oklahoma reservations, several Osage find oil gushing from the ground. The tribe becomes wealthy after the exploitation of the oil on their lands, but the reservation laws require the white guardians to manage their money.
Damn. That's pretty much how it went, because back then they thought the Osage Indians were too incompetent to manage money on that scale.
Which, I mean, they scream savage. I mean, many times in the movie.
They did kind of oppress and keep the Native Americans from
accessing their
so
money.
They didn't know. It's like if I never taught my daughter how to drive, and then I'm like, I should drive for you every time now, you know, or something. I don't know. I'm stupid. But anyways. I just wanted to put out there, so before the oil struck, William Hell, the Osage King of Osage Hills, he was there from the beginning, like when they were poor. So he
sorry.
It's okay. He worked in livestock and cattle and all that, like in the movie.
Yeah.
And
I was curious how he had got his start there, because he was there as the movie starts.
He used to live in a tent, and then he was part of the oil strike, or the oil boom, you know, and then he was like, I guess that's why they were so oblivious to his evil. Like,
because they didn't understand what they had.
Like, he was doing prayers for people, and I don't know how
he
Robert
really
De Niro...
he really oppressed as much as he possibly could.
Yeah. He was speaking fluent, I don't know their language.
Osage.
Yeah,
Osage. Whatever the Osage
And even Leonardo, like, had a little bit of that, and, like, it was really crazy, like... But yeah, it was a beautiful movie. Lily Gladstone was really good. As far as I know, this is one of the biggest movies she's ever been a part of. I looked up her IMDb, and I really haven't seen anything with her. But she was really good. I just liked it, you know?
Yeah. All right. So moving on, it says in 1919, Ernest Burkhart, or Leonardo DiCaprio, returns from World War I to his rancher uncle William King Hale, who also houses Ernest's brother Byron on the reservation. Hale, a reserve deputy sheriff popularly called King, poses as a friendly benefactor of the Osage people, speaking their language and bestowing gifts upon them. But he secretly schemes to murder them and steal their wealth. To facilitate his plan, he tells Ernest, who works as a cab driver, to pay special attention to Molly Kyle, an Osage whose family owns significant oil head rights. A romance eventually develops between the two, and they are married in a ceremony mixing Catholic and Osage elements.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I mean, in that movie, I mean, that took like an hour and a half. I'll be honest with you. That moment. So you meet Ernest or Leo. You know, immediately. He's a quiet man. He doesn't say much. He's got awful teeth.
He does. He does have. It's crazy how his teeth were in the movie. Like, well, anyways, but then you're right, dude.
His teeth were gross.
Yeah.
But and then you're kind of in question of what's going on the whole time, because the first thing you see is he's introduced instantly to Robert De Niro character.
Michael Hale, his uncle. Uncle.
King Hale. So right into it, you've got two huge stars. Really starting this movie off as hard as they possibly can, and it wasn't bad, not in the least bit.
No, not at all. And I love the whole talk whenever they got back to Hell's house. That he was just talking to him about being in the infantry and being in the war and having his stomach bust open and his guts and stuff are, you know, and then they had just had a talk, and then he basically was like, you like women? He was just getting straight to the point, and he was telling him that those type of Osage women don't really like constant talk. So
he's telling him he's telling him that, you know, they might be quiet, but it's not that they're lacking smart, because they're thinking about what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Which is pretty crazy, because like that would be so, I don't know. Like, if I were to meet somebody new, like, it's almost natural to, like, try to talk to them and keep it going, but...
And so, like, his coming back, it seems like Ernest has, like, these well-intentions. He starts as a cab driver, because I don't think his uncle has anything to do with that.
No, he doesn't,
point.
I'm pretty sure he had a good heart, and he started with well-intentions, and he truly loved her. But I think he was just terrified of his uncle, and maybe, I don't know what it is, but there's something wrong with his character, but he's easily manipulated. It's ridiculous. And
then it's made very, very apparent very quickly the head rights and oil rights and mineral rights are the pushing force behind what's going on as far as the tragedies that continue to happen. And
even before Leonardo DiCaprio's character got there was already like 10 murders, and it's insane. Like there was just constant murders, and it all happened in a span of like 8 years. But I can't believe how long it took the FBI to get out there. But I guess that just
It took a long time.
Yeah, like I guess it was like it's just the way the government was back then towards minorities, and like it really helmed in on that. And I really have been seeing people call Martin Scorsese woke now, and because of this. But it's actually stuff that really needs to get out there, because like the Tulsa Massacre, they talk about that, and
they don't really touch on it as much.
They call it the race riots too, which is what it was called back then, because they didn't want to call it a massacre, but it was a fucking massacre. Anyways, Yeah.
Son of a...
It's okay. It happens. But yeah. And so when the FBI came in, William Hill was like, maybe it's the Negroes who started the race riot. But he said it like, I don't know. He
was wild.
He was just really good at trying to be like a nice guy, you know?
So it talks about them getting married, and so I wanted to talk about like that scene where they're sitting there talking and smoking cigarettes, and how she's talking about how diabetes is really kind of getting her, and he's like, I don't really care. I'll fight it with you.
Yeah. God. Yeah, you're talking about the night when they first hung out and they had dinner?
When they start to date, you know what I mean?
And it started raining? I actually really liked that little scene where they sat there and it rained.
It was a
nice... I wish it would have lasted longer.
Break.
But Leonardo DiCaprio was a horny bastard in that movie.
Yeah. You ain't lying about that. So, alright, we'll move on. It says... Hale tells Ernest that he will inherit a greater share of the head rights as more of Molly's family dies. He has already ordered the deaths of several wealthy Osage. And continues by ordering the husband of Molly's sister, Minnie, to slowly kill her with poison, the effects resembling wasting illness. And as her other sister, the rebellious Anna, killed by a gunshot, Molly's mother, Lizzie Q, blames the white residents on the reservation, as does an Osage council, which urges the members of the tribe to fight back. Lizzie dies in her bed, and envisioning her ancestors will welcome her to the afterlife. These events occur again against the backdrop of a 1921 white supremacist Tulsa race massacre shown on screen.
I really like that scene when she wakes up and she's like in an afterlife, and it's like very quiet. It's nice. Yeah.
All right, we're back. Sorry about that. So it goes back to, like I said, the murders. I know it just briefly touches on it. So it's insane how many murders are so quick.
Yeah, it is insane.
And at this point, you know, Ernest is just involved in them.
Yeah, he is. Like, it really surprised me to actually see him commit murder against that PI, the private investigator.
Yeah.
He just, like, killed that guy and took his money. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is really killing people and being just a real POS, you know?
Yeah.
And,
a real POS.
Really, though. And then, like, there's just, like, it's so many murders. And the one with Anna when she was really drunk and she just kept saying, y'all brought me out here to murder me. And
Oh, yeah. She
knew. And then they just shot her in the back of the head.
It's wild and then how brutal they were too in the movie. You know, I understand it's a Scorsese movie, so it's gonna be brutal.
And this wasn't actually in the movie, but I watched a video about the Osage people, the massacre, the killers of the Flower Moon, and shout out to the 1920s channel, YouTube channel. That's what it's called, 1920s channel. But like, there was a guy, as a resident, who was married to a Native American woman in Osage, and he was actually collecting information and then just not talking to anybody, and he was trying to get to Washington D.C., so he took a train, and he was found 2 days later thrown from a train with his neck broke.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and that wasn't in the movie, but there was just more murders that wasn't even in the movie, and this movie is Murder Palooza, a buffet.
A buffet of murder.
Yeah. And like, some of the murders are pretty graphic.
If you're a wife, you'll love this.
Yeah, God. And yeah.
And then on top of like the KKK rally and too, that everybody was just like yeah.
Yeah, that's so I mean,
it's so wild.
Yeah.
And the thing is that we're here based in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So to know that it was like this close, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
And then it's just insane. So we'll move on. It goes. After Hale approaches him, Ernest displays a reluctance to kill Molly, his wife, with whom he has 2 children. Though Hale persists and has Ernest poison Molly by drugging her insulin, Molly begins to experience the same wasting illness as Minnie. Hale also orders the death of Henry Roan, Molly's first husband, and has Ernest order the murders of Rita, Molly's last remaining sister and her husband by blowing up her house. Molly now owns all of her family's head rights. Upon her death, Ernest will inherit them. No outside help has yet materialized, and a representative of the Osage Nation seeking to lobby Congress is murdered in Washington, D.C., and a private detective hired by Molly, William J. Burns, is beaten and chased away by from the reservation by a gang of thugs led by Ernest.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, him constantly, like I said, it felt like he loved Molly.
It really did feel like it, yeah.
But in the same breath, so they're talking about insulin. It's like the first of like 5 people who are able to use insulin.
All in the world, yeah.
And they're making a huge deal about it. So the whole time, he's poisoning her insulin and is making a huge deal about it. He's got the doctors in on it. He's got the King Hale in on it. At this point, everybody's in on it, and he's just poisoning her. And like I said, it seems as though he loves her.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, and I think it's just him because he's constantly drinking in there, and I think it's probably him just like pretty not having a clear level head and really being persuasive, because he clearly, like, I saw this in a video, so I didn't come up with this, but metaphorically, he said, like, when he first got to his uncle's house, that his stomach got bursted open. So metaphorically, he has no guts, and physically, so he's kind of spineless.
He's kind of yellow.
Yeah, he's kind of yellow belly or whatever.
Yellow belly.
But yeah, and it's just like really fucked up. So what did you think about that one scene? Because I'm still pretty back and forth about it. When he put the last little bit of the poison in his drink. Remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. But I mean, at that point, I can't remember how far ahead that was.
It was pretty far ahead.
He had been poisoning her for so long at that point.
Yeah.
And he knew it wasn't going to do anything to him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just doing a little bit, yeah. Maybe to make him feel like shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Make him feel bad too. That way, when they go to investigate it, or if anything were to happen,
he'd be like, "I'm sick too."
Yeah. What are you talking about? I'm sick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Anyways, so like,
it takes his wife. So we'll go back. It says that she went to as a representative from the Osage Nation. She went and told them about all these murders, and that's what finally took it. They had to give a $20,000 donation in order to get them to send somebody.
Yeah, to get J. Edgar Hoover's attention. He's like the leader of the FBI back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he turns into like a president, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Leonardo DiCaprio played J. Edgar Hoover years ago.
I didn't.
It's not the best movie I've ever seen.
I couldn't imagine it would be.
But anyways, finally we get Jesse Plemons. He's like, I'm from Texas. I used to be a Texas Ranger now.
Oh yeah, let me get into that real quick.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Actually.
Well, all right. Let me see. It says, in spite of the weakening condition, Molly decides to travel to Washington herself and beg for the president for help. The Bureau of Investigation sends Agent Tom White and assistants to investigate. It becomes obvious to the investigators who is behind the plot. Hale tries to cover his tracks by murdering several of his own hired killers, but White ferrets out the truth and arrests him in earnest. Even though Ernest at one point deliberately drinks some of her poison himself, the agents find Molly nearly dead and get her proper medical care. So, like you said, we finally get to Jesse Plemons. What are you smiling at?
Nothing. Anyways, yeah, Jesse Plemons. He's a cool ass dude. Anyways,
Jesse Plemons. If you have seen Breaking Bad, you've seen him in Breaking Bad. You've seen him in something else.
I don't think he was in Breaking Bad.
Yes, he was.
Okay, so my favorite movie with Jesse Plemons that really got me interested. I was about to say my dick hard, but that got me interested.
Come on.
was it was called I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and it's an amazing movie, especially if you want to feel kind of tripped out and sad, you know. Yeah. Anyways, so they sue. It really doesn't take long at all because it's pretty out there. Leonardo DiCaprio basically gives himself away at the moment he sees Tom White, the Jesse Plemons Texas Ranger FBI guy.
Yeah.
And
he pretty much plays fucking Texas Ranger.
He's like, my wife's sick. My wife's sick. My wife's sick. That's all he kept saying.
Hey, well, why don't you come back later? Cause my wife's sick.
Yeah, Friday sounds good. Yeah, Friday. And then
and that was the thing, is that he didn't even have like a good Southern accent. He was it was a constant. I'm doing it way better, but yep.
Okay, so I actually thought about this a lot. Hold on, let's take a pause. Put a pin in that. Okay. So Leo's accent. Okay. Well, especially when he was talking to Dick Gregg, the guy with the big scar. That guy had a natural Southern accent. Like, he sounded like my stepsister's grandpa. He has, like, the Oklahoma accent, you know?
Yeah.
He had, like, there were several people that you could tell
what you doing around here, boy?
Accents. Yeah. But Leonardo DiCaprio's accent, he's from L.A. I had to look it up. And, you know, yeah, because I was just like, but yeah, Leonardo's accent sounded more theatrical. Like it was like you're watching like some type of theater show, like a Broadway, or it was like he was more like emphasized. But then when you think about this, he also did a Southern accent that I thought was pretty freaking good on Django Unchained. But he was like,
yeah, that's insane.
He was doing a wealthy accent. Yeah. While in Killers of the Flower Moon, he was doing like a working class Southern accent.
He did not have.
Yeah, but I guess I don't know. I don't know if that's like the directors like that got him to work with, or his dialect coach that's with him with every movie he's in.
Yeah, I mean, there's no telling.
Yeah. Anyways, and then like.
Like it said like that scene where they're carrying her out of the bed.
Yeah.
And she's like,
yeah.
That was insane, you know.
Yeah, and it was crazy. They got her healthy very fast.
Yeah, which was very, very relaxing.
Yeah, because she was going through it. She kept seeing owls, which is a bad omen among the
Osage.
Yeah.
So White pressures Ernest into a confession and persuades him into turn him into state's evidence, testifying against Hale in exchange for legal protection. W.S. Hamilton, Hale's attorney, which is Brendan Fraser, did not know he was going to be in the movie.
You didn't know that?
No, I had no idea.
This guy.
Blah blah blah.
This guy
convinces Ernest to swear that his confession was a result of torture.
Wait. I got something to say.
Okay.
Just keep it. Hold on. Torture. Anyways, it was super funny when Leonardo DiCaprio was whittling some wood, and Tom White comes in, and all the they had the Lancaster rifles, and he's just like, he sees them, and he's like, when he sticks the knife down, he is like, and he was trashed, and he was like, my wife's pretty sick, guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't even say hi or anything or address them.
There's 10 cops, and he looks at it and goes, well, my wife's pretty sick.
He's walking backwards. Yeah, you guys wouldn't believe how sick she is. Like that was like pure comedy, dude. It was genius.
It was pretty good.
Anyways, so yeah.
So it says was the result. So it says Hale's attorney convinces Ernest to swear that his confession was a result of torture, but the death of one of Ernest and Molly's 3 children from whooping cough persuades Ernest to testify. Molly meets with Ernest one last time, but walks out on him while Ernest lies that he did not poison her.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was crazy how
divorced him.
Yeah, which I thought, why wouldn't you have like noticed something like earlier?
It's so weird.
They kept
it's her culture or maybe they were raised to. I don't know really though, but
because I mean they kept doing this like ominous. Who are you the most afraid of? Who are you the most afraid of? And it's like, is she gonna say her husband like finally, or what's going on?
I know. And also William Hale, basically the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
He knew you know, like Molly
Everybody
Burkhart said earlier, I've known you since before I can remember. And so, like, I guess it was just blinded with trust over decades of trust. You know?
was wild to me.
But it's hard to comprehend.
Nobody spoke up.
Yeah, exactly. So, what did you think about the explosion?
For the house,
Yeah.
I thought it could have been bigger.
Anyways, okay. I thought it was pretty fucked up the way the guy survived, but he died 4 days later. They don't tell you that in the movie.
Yeah,
and he kept saying, "Somebody shoot me! Somebody shoot me!" And then they find the woman, the sister. I can't remember her name.
Oh yeah, and they lift her up
in the fucking
the
head.
back of her head's fall.
Yeah, it was gross. It made some mayonnaise noise, you know, like.
Their fucking brains.
Yeah, and then it was a couple of days later, and they were like, they stepped on a hand. We're still trying to find pieces of the maid. I thought that was pretty brutal.
Yeah,
and
it was not the coolest.
I don't know how it really disappointed me that. I know it's a true story and that's what really happened, but Leonardo's character, I really wanted him just to go like paint his face like a warrior and get guns, you know. And
I was hoping for like this big
flips.
ending, like
you know,
but the ending I did get that I did like is an epilogue is provided through a radio show. Ernest received as a life sentence.
That part was dope.
And as did Hale.
Well, yeah.
Ernest was paroled, but Byron turned to the state's evidence and avoided jail. Ernest and Hale were eventually released despite Osage protests and lived separate lives. The radio show's producer provides the later details of Molly's life. She divorced Ernest, died at age 50 in 1937 from diabetes, and was buried with her family. Her obituary omitted any mention of the murders, and in more modern time, the Osage celebrate their culture in a large tribal dance. So I really liked, my favorite part was how they like switched it in to the radio show, like how they were doing like
it was so
had Jack White and
yeah, you noticed it was Jack White?
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Really?
Yeah, I read that later and I was like, wait, who was Jack White? Was he the main guy that was reading it?
He was the one doing the voices.
Okay, wow, I did not know that. I really don't know what Jack White looks like, but I like a lot of his music. But yeah, that's so crazy. It was really jarring the way it just cut to like a radio show. Like I'm guessing it's like a few years afterwards and how it was so cool and I like that.
And then how at the very end Martin Scorsese comes out and finishes the story.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know, I like that he was, you know, he at least made himself a part of the movie. You know?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the first time he's done some cameos in his own movies, but I haven't seen him do it in a minute. But yeah, I sort of really like this movie. I don't know.
What do you want to give it as a rating?
Out of 5 stars. I'd probably give it about I'm gonna say 5 stars.
You liked it that much?
Yeah, I liked it that much.
I would definitely give it a 4.5 because, and it's not from anything other than it was too fucking long. You know how we just finished, or you know how we're about to be finished, and it's probably been like, I don't know, fucking hour? That's because this movie was so fucking long.
It's alright. I really liked the movie. I thought it could have been longer. Like I said, it felt like 30 minutes to me.
The fuck it did, dude. You laid down like 5 times.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I was sitting there getting comfy.
Yeah. That's laying down, bro.
I do that a lot with long movies.
It was a long movie, dude.
Okay. All right, fine. But anyways, it could have. I liked it.
It wasn't
I'll probably
bad.
watch it a lot of times from now. But anyways. Okay.
That's how one of the Indian songs sounded too.
When Leonardo DiCaprio got mad at his wife because she wouldn't let the doctor give her insulin, he goes, "You stubborn bitch."
Yeah. You stubborn bitch.
You think your medicine man working?
Yeah.
He does that. I was like, Jesus Christ, Leo.
Yeah.
But
why don't you get as racist as you can?
I know, for real.
He said, I was in Django Unchained.
Yeah.
I said them words.
I know, Jesus Christ. I guess he just added another list of
He's like,
minority.
it's okay to be racist now. I was racist in front of a black man. So.
I know. But okay, so let's talk about after the people after all that happened.
Yeah.
So later on, Tom White, Jesse Plemons' character, he became the warden of a prison, and he got held hostage with the shotgun, and then he was used to as a hostage to get away, and then finally when they were far enough away, he shot him at point blank with a shotgun, and he survived. And he couldn't. And one of his arms he couldn't use anymore, and he went to another prison and was a warden there, and he ended up never getting held hostage again. But anyways, so isn't that crazy that character, like, I don't know. It's crazy to think about the afterlife, but I mean not the afterlife, but after the movie. But
it's crazy to think about death.
That too. I mean, hold on.
I'm scared of it.
Okay, so Robert, I guess props to Robert De Niro for not even trying an accent, an accent, because he just stuck with his accent. And I got all the characters.
Even when he was speaking Osage.
Yeah. Do you know what that's a comparison right here of the character. What do you think? Oh wow,
he looks. I mean, damn near spot on.
Okay, hold on.
That William Hale. The only other person I would have think that would look better is the creepy little dude in the Marvel movies. Can't think of his name.
Rocket Raccoon?
No, Jesus Lord. They do look kind of similar.
Yeah, they always have to Hollywood him up.
Yeah.
What about there?
They don't look a lot alike.
All white people look the same.
I guess.
I'm just kidding, Facebook. Hold on. Do you think they look alike? How white people look alike?
I don't have any idea, dude. That is...
What about that?
What happened to her? What happened to her? What happened to her? Why does that woman's face look like that?
She's old.
Old people's faces don't flatten. That bitch looks deflated. It's insane.
Why would you say that on a podcast about a woman whose family died?
His family died. Yeah, well, they didn't die of beauty.
You're fucked up. Anyways, you ever seen So There Will Be Blood? Or There Will Be Blood?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, I love seeing, what's it called? Oil spew. It just gets my gears going.
That's weird.
Why?
Why would oil spew?
Okay, anyway, so Jed, how's your last few days been since I saw you?
Not bad, dude.
You don't have anything exciting to happen?
We went and watched the movie.
Oh.
Something exciting happened to us?
I just expect you to ask me the same thing.
What happened to you?
That's not what I asked. I asked how was your
week?
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm glad you asked. Holy shit, nobody's ever asked me that.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I worked, hung out with the Scar Lord, and had a Halloween party.
Just little shit like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday.
It's not bad. That's why my ringtone is the Monster Mash right now.
I don't care.
Okay. Alright, well, that's...
Wait, are you dressing up for Halloween?
No, I don't plan on it.
Why?
I don't know. I've been thinking about what I would be if I could dress up.
Oh my god.
I thought about Carl from Aqua Teen.
That'd be amazing.
Hey!
That would be amazing.
Catch a disease? No, thank you.
Yeah, me too.
Well.
So how's it going?
All right. So, so I want to thank our sponsor today. We had a sponsor of City Limits Cannabis. I just really appreciate them with the hookup.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I must say so myself.
Yes. And I guess we're going to end the show with that killer song. Oh man, let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of the ads, but
my name is just
alright, you guys, we really appreciate you guys coming by and listening to
yeah, thank you. This is Riffs and Spliffs, where sometimes we riff and sometimes we spliff. I'm Chance, like the opportunity, yeah, like the plane.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you, goodbye.